Good morning, sports fans. Welcome back.
And we're back
to the Cheap Seats, broadcasting live from IGA. Come on out here. We're taking donations for the Logan County Food Bank all day today. Well, not all day, till 2. But right now, on the line, we have Coach Alexander. Good morning, Coach.
Morning. How are you?
We're doing good. Coach Alexander's on the road right now to Evansville to, do what he does, watch basketball.
Do what he does.
How are the roads?
They're okay. 32 degrees and raining, but they seem to have them solved it pretty well.
Good deal. Coach finally got back in action last night after some bad weather last weekend. Both games were canceled. Kids looked a little bit rusty last night. Give us your take on the game and, how the kids played.
Well, it's just like you said, we were rusty. We haven't played for 2 weeks, and it looked like we haven't played at all, really. I thought by the time we got to the fourth quarter, we kind of got a little more aggressive and started to do things to make us be successful. And our guys, we didn't shoot the ball exceptionally well, but we can take and get better and be more relaxed. I think the guys are resting a little bit.
Looked like last night their big guy, Henry, in the middle, you're able to contain him, and I think limiting to about 5 points. Was that a focal point for practice all week to kind of shut him down, keep him out of the lane?
Well, yeah, he's, Southeast is always attacking us in the middle and making things happen there, and he was the guy that we wanted to keep the ball out and really not let him get easy scores. So I think he had maybe one foot back. Keep them from scoring and that, but handle the pressure, then you're in pretty good shape against Southeast.
Coach, it looked like, to me, you drug him out of that, inside that box a lot, got him out by the three-point line, and then somebody else would drive the lane, and I saw him a lot of times where he'd get the ball and wouldn't keep it above his head. He'd drag it down by his knees so everybody could slap at it. I just thought defensively he did a good job on him. And was that your game plan, to drag him out of that box and get him out by that three-point line so you could use the middle?
Well, we have him out the three-point line and underneath the basket. We tried to bounce him completely off the block and get him out and get a 4 or 5 feet, get him 7 or 8 feet from the basket. And, that's it's been pretty successful. A year ago, we found out that he was hurting us because of our defense. We tried to front the low post, and we went to playing behind him, and when we started playing behind him, we had a little bit of problem getting to the board.
Yeah, I thought they did a good job just keeping keeping him pushed around, and he's not going to hit that outside jumper. I took a look at your face when you headed into the locker room at halftime, and I was wondering maybe if that was a pleasant experience, halftime last night.
Yeah, we did some things, and most of it was just about being aggressive, and I thought we were very, very talented, so we had opportunities to attack the basket, and we didn't, and I know the guys want to score a lot more points, and we want to score more points. If you're not aggressive to the basket, you're going to end up scoring 30 to 45. We want to do better than that, so that was the problems we had when we were just kind of laid back. Even defensively, I think we had to play good, on the ball defense.
Well, Coach, you got a busy week coming up with the holidays and, heading to Collinsville for the big tournament, number 1 seed game Thursday at 1. How do you go about keeping these kids focused and ready to play, because a lot of distractions right now, and just to get them ready for a pretty tough Granite City team?
It's hard because Christmas, we're playing the day after Christmas. So it's the day before Christmas. We don't have any practice. We drew the 1 o'clock game, which means, we did that last year. We had the 1 o'clock game. It worked out here at Lincoln at 8 o'clock. And we left right after, and we broke on it. The kids got out and played, and it was a little bit stiff, and I didn't think they responded very well. So we're going to do something a little different. We're going to travel down, and then we're going to work out in their auxiliary gym at 9:30. Try to get them loosened up a little bit to be ready to play at 1 o'clock. Every team's going to it. You know, you got Christmas, kids are excited, they're on break. It's not like just Lincoln on everyone else, you know, in a routine. But none of the teams are, you know, it's just the ones that they can handle things and take care of business right now. And, you know, I'm really concerned about the way we're playing. We're not playing for 2 weeks. And, you know, you basically lost any rhythm that you had in the basketball game, and you have to try and pick it up and go from there.
Well, Coach, we'll let you get back to concentrating on the road. I hope you're using hands-free.
Well, we're stuck in the driveway right now. So.
Oh, well, all right, we'll let you go so you can get back on the road. Be careful, and we will see you guys tomorrow when you get back. So have fun down there. Tell everybody we said hello.
We will, and Merry Christmas to everyone.
All right, thanks, Coach.
Okay.
See you, Coach. That's Coach Alexander calling in from the road. Kind of bittersweet last night. You know, how's that?
Up a little bit.
Up? I'm just.
You're good.
I'm
just screaming.
I'm screaming.
You're good. It was.
Oh, okay. I can talk quieter. But yeah, kind of bittersweet last night. Yeah, the Raiders came away with a victory. You know, like Coach said, they were rusty and trying to get back in game speed, and you know, the offense and the defense were always going to play well. All you got to do is be aggressive on defense. But came away with a 9-point victory over Southeast after not playing for a week. And
got some kids in, though, you know. You got,
yeah.
I mean, as far as like 8 or 9, the kids were rotating in and out, which I think will help them later on.
Peyton Ebler got quite a bit of time last night. And I tell you what, he's pretty good up there on defense on one of those wings. He's quick. He's a good player. He gets after it. Yeah,
his mom was a good ball player. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
okay.
that's where he gets it.
Yeah.
It's not from
playing. And just to kind of give the listeners a little background, although Lincoln's games were canceled last week, our coaches were out scouting because they were playing in the city, you know, inner city, and you know they don't take a break. Just because they don't have a game, that doesn't mean that they're just sitting home like you and me on the couch flipping through the TV. They're always constantly looking for a game to go scout. And you probably know, I don't know, do you know in football, do you go scout?
Oh, yes.
Yeah. You know, it's probably hard because, it's
but
probably...
they play at the same time.
Right.
You know, you got to find a team that plays on a Saturday or a Friday,
right.
and you're opposites, you know, when you go watch. And now with the film, and then, you know, they have Huddle now where everyone downloads their films to it. The difference is that you do get a better... You can watch the film all you want, but, you know, if you can get down there and really see how big a kid is, and
just to see emotionally how a team reacts to something, how they handle pressure. But, yeah, they're that coaching staff, they never take a break. It's just, like, man, games are canceled, what are you going to do? We're going scouting. I'm like, really?
It takes a special breed.
It does. And, you know, we talked a little bit, Josh and Jeff, number 1, last night, kind of talked a little bit about it after the game. What he would do without basketball, and he said that he's been involved like this time of year is just that's what he does, basketball, and he's been doing it ever since he's been playing. You know, basketball is focused around Thanksgiving and Christmas, and that's just a part of our Christmas. I mean, basketball's involved, and you know, but you know, they do a good job and dedicate a lot of time. Well, Joe, we need to take another time out. We'll come back. We're going to talk a little bit of NFL, some fantasy football. If anybody else wants to call in and talk about something or has something they'd like us to mention online or on air, I guess, give us a call, 648-5510. Boy, I wasn't even close. So stay tuned. You're in the Cheap Seats, 96.3 WLCNonline.com. Back to the Cheap Seats. I'm Scott Kirby along with the insurance guy,
Guru,
Joe Ryan, financial guru, sitting beside me. We are at IGA for the second day of the 8th annual Lincoln-Logan County Food Pantry Drive here. And speaking of the food pantry, we have Jake on the line, Jake Johnston. Good morning, Jake.
Speaking of the food pantry, what am I like a connoisseur.
Well, I was just informed that you donated 40 bags of groceries to the pantry, and I just wanted to let the listeners know. I wanted them to know that. That's a pretty big deal, and you're generous with everything you do. I mean, you're anything that anybody needs. I see a recliner sitting here for a prize, but you're very appreciated. I just wanted the listeners to know that. Just trying to boost you up a little bit here.
Out here, we are treated very well in the community, and our community takes very good care of us. So we do feel an obligation to give back everything we get.
Well, we appreciate it, and anytime anybody needs anything, you're right there. What do you got going on at the store today? Any big sales before Christmas?
Oh yeah, it's right before Christmas, so we've got recliners. We got really good deals on recliners, and then on mattresses. It's year-end blowout. We're getting ready to switch the lineup over to our new styles and whatnot with new fabrics and everything on them. So they're all getting closed out, including the floor models. The floor models are up to I think 35% off. So,
oh wow!
Pretty big discount on all of those if people are needing a new mattress for themselves, or if they're needing one for a spare bedroom. It's not really a better time to buy right now.
Well, I think the last time I did a show with Joe Ryan at your store, he bought something. So maybe we need to get him in there again.
Yeah, I think he picked up a couple things, actually.
He's about out of money, I think.
Decided to spend some of that hard-earned Christmas cash he did.
Yeah, well, if I had his money, boy, I'd be in there every day buying something.
I'd like to know where those groceries are that you dropped off.
If you had a house the size of Joe's, you'd have to be in your buying.
Yeah, I mean, it would be just everyday thing.
Well, you can only heat and cool half of it, so you just live in half it, and the other half you hope stays up.
That's right.
What are we talking about today, guys? You got some fancy football going on?
We do have some fancy football going on. Playoffs are right now in our WLCN Fantasy Football Challenge, sponsored by Logan Lane's Family Fun Center, Jake's Furnishings, and P&M Communications. Right now, playoffs have started. Round 2 are going on as we speak. And let me pull that up real quick for you, Jake. I had it right here. Technology. But yeah, it's coming down to the wire. We got 2 weeks left, and the winner of the Super Bowl is going to have his choice between a article of furniture. I don't know if that's ever been determined yet from Jake's.
I think it's one of those fancy leather ones with the electronic seats that push out.
Oh wow!
Cup holders. Is that what it is, Jake? Or is that only if you win?
Somehow I feel like that's an upgrade.
I think he just hung. Oh, there he is. I thought he hung up on us. But no, and then the winner in points is going to win either a recliner or a flat screen TV, whichever the Super Bowl winner chooses. They're going to get the other. So that's. You've been in fantasy football a long time, Joe. I've been in it since 1991, and usually it's a average about $75 entry fee to get in, and at the end of the year you might win $200, $300. Mm-hmm. Well, this here free entry, you're going to win a recliner valued or whatever piece of article at least $500, and a TV, at least $200 or $300. That's just guessing. I don't know what the prize really is, but and the pizzas, yeah, pizza valued at $10-12 from Stuffteria. Weekly winner gets one every week, and that's awesome. I wish I could partake in that because,
any good football guy that likes fantasy football would just love to be in a pool like this.
Oh yeah, it's a no-brainer. And as soon as I get it pulled up here, I'll let you know what the matchups are.
Well, as he's trying to get that done, I'll go ahead and tell you that.
People haven't been cleared yet. Rogers still not cleared to return, and Les Welker might be out to a playoff.
Yeah, that's huge. And, a lot of people thought Rodgers would be back,
Now, is the league done after this week, or do you go ahead and play week 17?
We got week 17, and that's where it gets tricky, Joe, because
Absolutely.
week 17, all the teams that have already made the playoffs, they might play their players 1 or 2 quarters. Second half, they're not playing at all, and that really affects your fantasy football team when you're only getting half
Oh,
the points.
absolutely. You've got some players you're hoping that their teams get beat this week, so they have to play next week.
Right, and it really comes down to team management, and it's been like that all year because beginning of the season we talked about what kind of format that we wanted to use for this, and Joe kind of had a good idea. Let's not make it a full roster. Let's not make it 17 picks. Let's make it where you have to work at it and manage your team. So what we did is you got a couple of guys on the bench where you have to plug in these players each week to keep up with your team. So you're dropping players, picking players up, and you know how it is, Jake. Your buddy made a couple of big pickups because people dropped them to fill the roster.
Absolutely. It definitely made an impact on his team, and it showed with his standings through the years. He kind of ran away with the regular season.
Yeah, in some leagues you let them load up with a bunch of players, and then they have 3 quarterbacks on their team, all 3 starters, and 2 of them are just sitting, and that's why I think it livens the league up. If you can't have all those people sitting on your bench, you got to make managerial decisions when they have a week off, or if they got a little something bothering them. Are you going to drop them and let somebody else maybe pick them up, or are you going to keep them? I think it adds a little excitement to it.
Yeah, and I can't pull it up right now, Jake, as far as the standings. It's not letting me, and I don't have my laptop, so can't really. I know.
This modern technology.
I know. I got a newspaper in front of me, but that doesn't.
That's not going to work.
Good, no. So my apologies for that, and I tried to get it up on the website too. We usually send them in, and they post it on the website on WLCNonline.com, but. So for some, it's been really funny. Some weeks I'll be able to submit it, and other weeks it won't go through. So, I don't know, technology when there's bugs. Anything else you want to talk about, Jake? As far as NFL standings, I don't know, a lot of races still going on. Yeah.
To Philadelphia. Philadelphia's not really a juggernaut, but at the same time, how bad the Bears defense has been, I think Briggs coming back could be a huge thing for them, and could slingshot them right into the playoffs.
Right, and Philadelphia loses to Minnesota last week, but like you said, Jake, the Bears' run defense is horrid, and LaShawn McCoy could have a huge day on that Bears defensive front.
I think it's in Philadelphia, and the Bears are a great home team, but they've struggled on the road a little bit, and the Eagles, they have a lot of tools. Really, when they're playing well, they're good.
That's not the answer I was looking for, Joe.
Did they move I'm rooting for the Bears, man. I need the Eagles to get beat too. The Big Red are going to win the Super Bowl. It won't matter, right? Do you know the scenarios?
The scenario
won't matter if
it does matter.
they're going to play Sunday night though.
They're playing Sunday night. If Detroit loses, that knocks them out completely.
Yeah, Detroit has to win both games and get help.
Right. Green Bay right now is a half a game back. If they lose, I don't know. There's so many scenarios.
There's a lot of scenarios where I thought of.
Right, but it still comes down to home field advantage, I think. Well, let's just take care of business. Let's win Philly. Let's win Green Bay and not worry about it. You know what I'm saying?
That'd be the correct thing to do.
Right, but we have some beat-up guys. Lance Briggs coming back, hopefully. It's looking pretty good that he's going to play Sunday night. But if you can rest some players, let's do it. But if it's going to come down to the wire, I don't know. There's so many scenarios out there that it's got my head spinning. I just say go out and play both games and win them both, and don't worry.
They got to win them both.
Yeah.
I believe there's a scenario that if it happens during the day, the game doesn't matter. But I might be wrong. Like you say,
I don't know that you've ever been wrong.
Well, I've been wrong. I can give you a gal's phone number. You can call her and ask her. She'll tell you.
Oh, okay.
I've been wrong.
All right, Jake. All right, Jake. Have a Merry Christmas, and we will talk to you later.
See, Jake?
That's Jake Johnston, the guru the owner at Jake's Furnishings, and I tell you what, that guy, he's got to be the most generous person I've met besides Joe Ryan.
Well, there's a lot of generous people out there. He's one of them.
He is, and
these IGA guys do a lot of stuff for the community too.
Yeah, that's right, and it's so local. IGA, Jake's, Joe Ryan Financial. I don't know. You give a lot of money away to the homeless,
different things,
the needy. But Jake just donated 40 bags of groceries to the pantry. He's got a recliner he's donated for the big prize, grand prize here at IGA. So I'd just like to thank him. Giving back to the community. He said the community's been good to him. So get on into Jake's and buy some furniture from the man. He'll work with you. He's got good deals. He's got all kinds of stuff up there. I mean, if he doesn't have it up there, I'm sure that
he's got catalogs full of it.
Oh yeah, and he says his stock is. They're always putting new stuff out on the floor, the showroom. So, I'd like to thank him. All right, Joe. Let's take you got something?
I was going to say, are we going to stay in the NFL for a little bit, or we'll take a break?
Let's take our last break here. We got about 20 minutes left in the show, and we'll finish up with NFL and some odds and ends. So stay tuned. You're in the Cheap Seats, 96.3 WLCNonline.com. Good morning, sports fans. Welcome back to the Cheap Seats, broadcasting live from downtown Lincoln at the local IGA, down here for the second day of the 8th annual Lincoln-Logan County Food Pantry. And this just in, listeners, Mr. Joe Ryan has a pair of Rams football tickets tomorrow against Tampa Bay and St. Louis to give away.
Noon start.
If you can call in right now to 648-5510 and give us 2 starters off the 1980 basketball team that
plays fourth in state.
You call in within the next 15 minutes, 13 minutes, call in, and you're going to win a pair of St. Louis Rams football tickets, who are playing very well right now.
$200 value.
$200 value. Only here on the Cheap Seats does that happen.
Because we're good people, right?
You're good people. I don't have Rams tickets to give away.
Hey, let's talk about the NFL a little bit.
Let's do.
Some games that matter tomorrow. You got the Saints and the Panthers playing tomorrow, and that's a big game. New Orleans is out at Carolina. Carolina is playing good football right now. They're hot. And the Saints, I believe, have lost 2 in a row. They're not hot. And they're going on the road after a big loss last week to the Rams.
Yeah,
they're going to go on the road to try to fight the Panthers. Who do you think wins that game?
Well, New Orleans, they always seem to step it up for some reason against the Panthers. They always play well against them. And for Drew Brees to lose 2 games in a row, or 3 games, it would be 3 games. That's just kind of unheard of. But like you said, Panthers are playing good football right now. Cam Newton is starting to develop into that game-changing quarterback where he's not doing the mental, stupid things that cost him games in years past.
I'll tell you what, I think the Panthers can get it tomorrow. I think the Saints are they've played that elitist. The whole state is fired up over there. They love the Panthers. So
well, I'm going with the Panthers too, because I am playing the guy I'm playing.
It comes back to fantasy football.
I've got Cam Newton. He's got Drew Brees.
I understand.
And so, come on, Panthers, let's go. I need to win some money.
Hey, a game that doesn't matter is the Cowboys and the Redskins.
Oh, wow.
Now, it's interesting for this. The Cowboys, I believe, still have a chance to get in the playoffs.
They do. They need a lot of help. But
the Redskins threw Kirk Cousins out, and sit RJ3 last week. And Kirk came out, had a big game, and they won.
Well, let's go back to Dallas real quick.
America's team in the 70s.
That makes me want to vomit.
I don't like the Cowboys either.
How do you lose to Green Bay like that? You're up
23
at half, and you lose?
Yeah,
I mean, I'm bitter because they're not helping the Bears out any. And the Bears
they let the Pack get right back in there.
Yeah, get right back in there with, Matt Flynn.
They were in the creek with no paddles. Down 23, Their playoff hopes were dashed.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden they came back, get that game. Now they're hot. Flynn's playing well.
Yeah, Flynn's playing well, and I don't know, man. It's it's going to be some good football this weekend. A lot of races are going to be determined. Seattle's the only person that's really clinched.
Now Seattle gets upset tomorrow. In case you didn't know that, you heard it here first, live.
They have nothing to play for. They've got home field advantage wrapped up.
Oh, they don't want to get beat at home.
Well, no.
They'll play everybody.
Yeah. I guess Denver's in, Kansas City's in.
But, there's a thing there. Denver, the Kansas City game, that's the Colts at the Chiefs. The Chiefs were running away with that for a while, and now they're struggling. They've got to get a victory to get a home game, I believe. So that's a big game for them.
Kansas City, I don't know. That's just kind of one of those teams where you're waiting for Alex Smith to mess up. He had 43 points last week in fantasy points. And
see, he's hot.
Right. And that's just unheard of from him.
Jamal Charles is hot.
Got a call.
There's
I don't recognize that number. Well, call him back.
I'll keep moving it along. You got the Sunday night or the Monday night game, the Patriots and the Ravens.
Yeah.
That's a big game.
Yeah, Patriots just lose to who did they just lose to?
Miami.
Yeah.
And the Ravens need a W to get in.
Well, Ravens helped us out. Boy, I was going crazy Monday night. Tucker hit that 61-yard field goal, and
I don't know how. But, we watch extra points, and you watch a 30-yard field goal, and you think, well, this is pretty easy. But being a football coach, you got to have a guy snap, a guy catch it, a guy place it, everybody else block, and this guy step up and boot him, and he rocked it.
It barely cleared, though.
Oh, on the road? That was a big field goal.
Big, and he had 6 of them. That was their whole offense all day.
That's all they get.
6 field goals from Tucker. Boy, I wish I had him on my fantasy team.
I didn't have him on mine either,
but big points.
He's probably sitting. I saw the Saints got rid of their kicker this week. Did you see that? Is this the time of year? Is this the time of year you get rid of your kicker?
Who's their backup?
I don't know. I don't know who they put in there for him, but I think they'd had enough of him. He must have missed a couple. I didn't see all that game.
Well, I'd check that out because I'm thinking I have him on one of my teams.
No, I've got you all confused.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure they dropped him.
Well, I don't know, Joe. You're not playing me this week, so quit trying to fool me.
But I am playing for first place.
Well, here, look, we got some, some playoff scenarios here. Chicago clinches NFC North with a win and Detroit loss or tie and Green Bay loss.
Yeah.
So we need
Detroit's playing the Giants.
To lose to the Giants.
They can't lose that game, can they? The Giants are horrible.
Detroit, they tend to find ways to lose.
True.
And then you've got Green Bay Packers. Who are they playing?
I thought you were done. I just flipped it off.
Who? Well, they're playing somebody, obviously, but I don't know who.
You sure?
The Green Bay Packers are, man, it was right on the tip of my tongue.
I had it right here, and then I turned it off.
Come on, Joe.
Well, I thought you were done talking on the NFL. I'll talk about it all day. The Packers are playing Pittsburgh, and the Packers are home. They can get beat by Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh's hot.
Yeah, Pittsburgh can beat them.
Big Ben's throwing the ball around. Yeah, the Packers can lose that game.
So, Bears fans, we need to be rooting for the Giants and the Pittsburgh Steelers.
So how much fun would it be to have those two get beat, and then Sunday night we can watch the Bears play to win the division and get in? That'd be fun.
They would win. They would already have.
Don't they have to win the game?
No, because they're already a game up.
Well, that
in a
won't
game
be
and a
any
half.
fun.
It'd be a blast.
No, we want to have a good.
My
Sunday
blood
night
pressure
game.
wouldn't skyrocket. I wouldn't be yelling and screaming and throwing things.
I need him to have to win.
Well, let's see Arizona. Let's see what they need to do to get
Arizona needs the 49ers to stumble up, and they're playing the Falcons, and the Falcons couldn't beat the Raiders.
I only see Arizona on here.
Cruz would throw for 400 yards on the Falcons, so San Fran's winning that game.
Right.
And we need to beat Seattle just to stay alive.
Yeah.
Big upset tomorrow. Big Red running out of Seattle with a win.
Think so?
Oh yeah, that's upset special of the week. Do you have one?
Yeah. No, I don't. I never really thought about it. You ought to fly out there and watch that though.
Yeah, if they get in the playoffs, I'll fly out and watch them.
Yeah.
Maybe that. It's a pretty big if.
Yeah, if.
And you're going, and I think the radio station will pay for it. They'll just sponsor us. We'll fly out. We'll watch the game.
And film it. Lloyd can go with us. He can film it.
There we go. It's a 3-man show. We'll take the prize girl with us.
Yep, and the spinner.
We'll give away prizes.
We'll spin her. I don't think we have any callers yet, Joe. Once again, we got a pair of St. Louis Rams tickets, a noon kickoff against Tampa Bay.
You'd think Ferris would call. He's probably not up yet.
Well, Ferris is covering for me right now. He's at junior Rather basketball. He's supervising.
Leave him alone.
Yeah.
Do you have a gun with him out there?
No, I sure do hope not.
Just that big,
Yeah.
big medallion he wears.
What are we going to do with these tickets, Joe? We got 5 minutes. What are we going to do if we don't get any callers?
Well,
We're going to keep them up here and somebody has to come up and do some cartwheels or something for them, or what?
yeah, we'll give them a phone number call. They can call me if they want them, 737-7524.
737-7524. That's Joe Ryan.
I'm going to ask you a question you got to answer, so.
Yeah.
But it could be anything, you know.
It could be.
Name the 3 colors in the flag. You could probably get that one right. You could win them.
Yeah. I can't go, though.
What color was George Washington's white horse?
Black.
There you go. See, you're a bright guy.
Yeah, it's Jim. He's got 2 tickets to the Rams giveaway. You want to
Late
go?
notice.
You got to do a backflip and you get them. Well, we don't have any
You can
callers.
just do that one dance that Molly Cyrus does. What is it?
Twerk
Yeah, if you'll just twerk a little bit up here, Jim.
or tweak or something. Tweak, twerk. I don't know.
It is pretty goofy.
We got off subject here. Hockey. We can talk a little hockey. We've kind of talked about all the football. Blackhawks are winning the Western Conference over St. Louis. Pittsburgh, they're leading their division. Boston. And speaking of hockey, I went to the Bloomington Thunder game last Sunday. 96.3 was kind enough to give me 4 tickets. I took my son, Coach Alexander, and one of my son's friends up there. And I tell you what, it's pretty neat. It's a good time. And, it's obviously not the professional grade, but, boy, they like to fight. And, I mean, it's all – they got this one guy on there. I can't think of his name now, Sikup or I don't know. But, boy, he was always looking to – throw down and just jawing all the time, and I wouldn't fight him.
Yeah,
He was only looked like he was about 5'6", but he's like a bulldog. But it was a good time.
I haven't been to one in 5 years.
And they're in the same division as the Rivermen, which I didn't realize that. And it was fun.
What's the age group there? Like, I mean, are they? Could be any age. They're just in like Class A baseball.
Yeah, and I mean, obviously you saw. I'm not sure, but you know Eddie Olczyk. He's a broadcaster for the Blackhawks. Played in the NHL for years. There's a kid on the Bloomington Thunder, number 16, Eddie Olczyk. So I don't know if that's maybe his son. I've been wanting to kind of do some research on that, but it's a farm system, and they had a Blackhawks emblem on the sideboard. So I don't know if they're affiliated with the Blackhawks.
I don't know either, but that's a funny name to not be related. You know what I mean?
Yeah, Eddie Olczyk. I mean, that's got to be his son. I've been meaning to do some research to find that out, but it is a good time. And if you've never been over to the U.S. Cellular Stadium, those facilities are phenomenal.
It's a great place to go for any event.
Yeah,
we've been to, easy to get to.
Yeah, parking $5 right there, right across the road. And we went to an arena football game there several months ago, and the facilities are great.
Yeah,
there's not a bad seat in the house, and they play high school basketball there sometimes, I guess. But it'd be nice to have like a super sectional or something there. That'd be awesome.
It is a great place. I don't know that the people in Lincoln realize that it's that close and has a lot of events.
And they have concerts. I've been to concerts there, and there's really not a bad seat in the house. And
Seven Dust play there, didn't they?
Seven Dust.
Did you go?
No. I went to see Def Leppard and Journey. It's been a few years, yeah. That's my, 80s.
You don't look old enough to know those bands.
That's right. I'm not.
You look young.
I do. A little Just for Men goes a long way. Well, we're about out of time. Still have those Rams tickets. No callers. I know there's people listening. So, Joe, give out your number one more time.
You can always try myself, 737-7524. It's a noon game.
And even if
good
you don't,
seats.
even if you don't want the tickets, call him up, talk to him.
We'll talk insurance.
He's got nothing to do all day, so
that's why I don't want to call as an insurance guy. We're like cops. I don't want to see you unless they need you.
Well, I tell you, if I didn't have anything going on tomorrow, I would be all over those tickets. I've never been to a football game. Well, I'll take that back. I went to the Bears-Philly game back when they played at U of I.
Mm-hmm.
we drove some guys over, and we were just going to go tailgate, but we found tickets for like $10, which are in the nosebleeds.
Not the same thing, but yeah.
Yeah.
You know, it's a pro game.
Yeah, it was the Bears and
With
the
that
Phillies.
same atmosphere as a big place.
Yeah, but I've never been to Soldier Field.
At some point in time in life, I'm going to travel around and try to hit all the stadiums. I know that Shaner and those guys, we used to take a trip every year when Shaner was here. We'd hit different places, and I couldn't go this year because I didn't have enough funding, but
Those guys just bought a house.
they went to Dallas and watched that Cowboys-Packer game last weekend.
Who did? Shane?
Shaner and some of the Mount Vernon crew, and Davis Hodem lives in Oklahoma now. He met them over there, and they all went.
Oh, wow. Nice.
I told him I didn't have the money this year. I can't go.
Yeah, you liar. You had the money. You just, somebody wouldn't let you go. Well, Joe, our show has come to an end. It's 10:01, but stay tuned because Jim and Jeff number 2 are going to be here till 2 o'clock. We are at Logan County Food Bank Drive here at IGA. Lisa, the prize girl, she's here. She just walked in. People are spinning the wheel, signing up for the grand prize. So stay tuned and get on out here and donate. They have $5, $10, and $20 bags that you can donate, and it all goes to the food bank. It's a good thing.
Yeah, it is a good thing.
It's a real good thing. So thanks for tuning in. Not sure where we'll be next week. So tune in. Raylers heading to Collinsville, and big weekend of football Sunday. So thanks for listening to the Cheap Seats. Scott Kirby, Joe Ryan. Cheap Seats 96.3, WLCNonline.com.